Welcome to Untold Capers and Crime. This episode's story takes us to a quiet pocket of Appalachia, where ordinary shopping trips turned into an underground economy, one fueled by addiction, greed, and a man who knew exactly how to turn the desperation of others into profit for himself. Our guest today, Kyle, is the man responsible for a crime network that netted over $500,000 in stolen merchandise. Tell us the story, Kyle.
You wouldn't think much of it, just a tired old gas station off the road in a rural town. From the outside, it looked like any other place where folks filled up their tanks, grabbed a Coke, maybe bought a pack of smokes. But the real business, that went on in the back room. I had it all figured out. I knew the people who were desperate, the ones chasing a high more than chasing a paycheck. I called them boosters. They'd go into Kroger, Target, CVS, you name it. They didn't shop, they scouted. Walk in, grab whatever had resale value, razors, baby formula, high-end vacuums, even clothes off the racks, and walk straight out like they owned the place. They'd show back up at the gas station with bags of stolen goods, and I'd pay them out in cash or whatever addiction they were feeding, usually the latter. $100 item might get you $20 if you were lucky. Didn't matter because that 20 got you another fix.
So you weren't just buying stolen goods, you were keeping the boosters hooked and desperate.
Had to. I was the plug and the payday rolled into one. If you were strung out, you didn't care that you just risked jail for a blender or a box of baby formula. You cared that you could score right after you dropped it off.
How many so-called boosters did you employ?
I had dozens of them working for me. They weren't coordinated like a gang, it was more like an open-door policy. Anybody hurting bad enough could show up with a bag and I'd give you something for it. A pawn shop for paupers with no returns. This one guy came in and had been on his particular poison for years, skinny as a rail. One night he walked right into a Walmart, middle of the day's shift change, grabbed a flat-screen TV, had to be at least 50 inches, and just walked it out the front door. No bag, no disguise, nothing. He loaded it into the back of his girlfriend's busted-up sedan and drove it straight to the gas station. I gave him $30 and a ball for it. $30. That TV was worth $600. And then there was this younger girl. She was only in her 20s, but already long gone. She went into a CVS and filled up a basket with baby formula, protein powder, and razors, hundreds of dollars worth. Instead of sneaking out, she went straight through the self-checkout, scanned one pack of gum, and strolled out with the rest. Nobody stopped her because she acted like she owned it. That night, she sold it all to me and got a couple hundred. By the next morning, she was back in the ER after a woman at the shelter found her on the floor from going too far down the rabbit hole.
Those are pretty brazen thefts, Kyle. Walking out with a TV or a basket of formula right past the registers. And you just kept taking it all in?
I didn't care how brazen the grab was, as long as the loot came through my door. I'd stack the stuff in the back like it was a warehouse. Boxes of electronics, shelves of health products.
What did you do with the stolen merchandise? Did you just sell it out of the gas station as your own inventory?
Of course not. I'd clean it up, slap it online on eBay, and double or triple my money. These were everyday products and difficult to trace. Over time, it wasn't just a couple boosters. I had streams of them, like clockwork. You'd see a different car pulling up every 20 minutes, headlights off, trunk popping open. And the crazy part? It blended into the neighborhood. To most folks, it just looked like regular traffic at a gas station. But the losses added up. Hundreds of thousands in stolen goods.
I'm sure the strain of these crimes were felt by the community as a whole. The stakeholders in this weren't just the store owners, correct?
The stores were bleeding inventory, managers and owners were frustrated, and security guards stretched thin. There were police all over the county, guards in the stores everywhere, people on edge.
So, Kyle, how did law enforcement finally catch on?
Boosters aren't exactly subtle. Cameras caught the same faces walking out with carts full of stuff, week after week. One of them, can't say who, finally flipped, told the cops exactly where they'd been unloading their loot. That's when the feds got involved. They set up surveillance, tracked the stolen items online, matched serial numbers from stores to eBay listings. Once they had the receipts, they raided the place. They charged me with wire fraud, money laundering, interstate transportation of stolen property. They said it was close to $500,000 worth of goods in total. And all along, the boosters were just chasing a $20 payout, just to keep the sickness off for one more night.
But not before a whole community felt the hit. Stores losing inventory, neighborhoods overrun with petty theft, families broken by addiction. It wasn't about the merchandise. It was about desperation. And desperation makes people bold. You preyed on that.
That's all true. It's not that I don't have regrets, but there's nothing I can do now to change it. This wasn't some master plan. I helped someone out a couple of times and word got out. It just snowballed from there. Then, greed got the best of me, and as much as they had their addictions, after that, I had mine too.
From the outside, it looked like small-time shoplifting. Razors, formula, a stolen television. But under the surface, it was an engine, fueled by addiction and run by a man who turned suffering into profit. This was Untold Capers and Crime. Please like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel for more true crime stories.